Only judges are not seated, of course, but not surprising. I want to welcome everybody here today for Dave Szumowski's retirement ceremony. Dave has been a valuable colleague to all of us for many, many years. We're very sorry to see him go, but as he says, he is healthy, he's happy, and he wants to go into retirement in that condition. So what we're going to do now is there's so many people obviously that want to honor Dave, and so we're going to give them an opportunity to do that. So first of all, Jude Lisenberger, if you can come up, please.
Thank you, Ronnie. It's my pleasure as a veteran to be here today and representing the San Diego Veterans Coalition. There are 35,000 veterans in San Diego County, your fellow veterans, Judge Szumowski. Active duty and our families make up a significant portion of our community. It's our hope at the San Diego Veterans Coalition that when a member of our coalition, our veterans, retire from community service after having done their military service, that we offer a special tribute to them, and I'm very honored to be here to be the person to do that. Veterans know you in a different way, Judge. We know your character, and we know who you were long before you were an accomplished lawyer and judge. I'd like to tell a story from your military days that most of you have probably never heard. The President of the United States of America, authorized by Congress, takes pleasure in presenting the Silver Star to First Lieutenant David Szumowski, United States Army, for gallantry in action while engaged in military operations involving conflict with an armed hostile force on March 20th, 1969, while serving as a platoon leader with Company M, 3rd Squadron, 11th Armory Cavalry Regiment in the Republic of Vietnam. On this date, Lieutenant Szumowski's platoon was the lead element in a combined force of tanks and armored cavalry assault vehicles during an assault on a well-entrenched enemy force. Disregarding the intense hostile small firearms, automatic weapons, and rocket-propelled grenade fire, he assumed a fully exposed position upon his vehicle in order to effectively direct the assault on hostile positions. As the friendly force advanced, Lieutenant Szumowski's tank sustained a direct hit, and he received several fragmentation wounds, leaving him totally blind. Nevertheless, he refused medical attention and remained in his vehicle in order to continue directing the assault on the enemy fortifications. Only after his platoon had made a complete sweep through the enemy base camp, inflicting severe casualties upon the enemy elements and destroying a number of fortifications, did he consent to evacuation. First Lieutenant Szumowski's outstanding courage and dedication to duty were in keeping with the highest traditions of the military service and reflect great credit upon himself, his unit, and the United States Army. For the President, the Silver Star is awarded. So that had a lot to do with where you came from, Judge. As veterans, you know that we look to your character. We honor your actions, not necessarily your words. And in all these, we salute your heroism and selflessness, not only in service to your country, but also in the continued service to your community. And we salute your character. For the San Diego Veterans Coalition, 130 organizations serving veterans in the San Diego County area, we are proud to honor you with a lifetime membership to our coalition and some golf balls so you can enjoy your retirement.
Won't take me long to lose these. Thank you, Ms. Lissenberger. I want to recognize Lonnie DeManis, our district attorney. She's here. You want to say hello?
I don't want to talk because I don't want to cry.
We're happy to have her here today. She was also a colleague of Dave's back when he was in the district attorney's office. Now, we're going to have another member of the district attorney's office come here and give Dave an award from the Deputy District Attorneys Association, Bryn Kervin.
Thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of the Deputy District Attorneys Association, we present Judge Szumowski with a token of our appreciation for his dedicated service to the people of the County of San Diego as a Deputy District Attorney. Judge Szumowski was a district attorney from March 1986 through March 1998. He was loved and respected by his colleagues and continued to be so as a member of the bench. We felt that it was very important for Judge Szumowski to be able to personally read this plaque, and so we had it created in Braille.
Thank you, Ms. Kervin. Now we've gone through Dave's military history and his DA history, and so now I want to speak on behalf of the court. Franklin Roosevelt once said that December 7th was the date that would live in infamy. That was the date that, of course, Pearl Harbor was bombed. But December 7th, 1998 was a historic day for the San Diego Superior Court. On that date, Dave Szumowski started his tour in felony arraignment, and he's been there for 18 years. As you know, and as you've heard, Dave's entire life has been devoted to public service. Now, I talked to Dave about what I should say before a couple days ago, and Dave told me two things. Do not roast me, and do not talk too long. So I'm hoping I can abide by both of those requests. But I just want to emphasize Dave's military career. You heard in detail of his heroism, but let me tell you about what a Silver Star is. The Silver Star is the third highest award that you can get in the U.S. military. And it was established in 1918, and it's awarded for valor and gallantry against a hostile enemy force. And you heard about his valor and gallantry in the message that's attached to the Silver Star Award. But some of the people who also earned this award are very famous Americans. So you can see the company that Dave Szumowski keeps. Former Secretary of State Alexander Haig, President Lyndon Johnson, Secretary of State John Kerry, and Senator John McCain are all winners of the Silver Star. After his military service, Judge Szumowski went to the University of Denver School of Law. He graduated in 1973. He worked for a while as a VA counselor, and then he went into private practice. In 1986, as you heard, he became a deputy district attorney, and he instantly commanded respect in the DA's office. And I know that because I served with him in the DA's office and knew him when he came into the office, and he was a man that we all admired. His first assignment was in welfare fraud. He did that for about a year, and then he was transferred to South Bay in 1987, where he worked for 4 years doing trials, preliminary hearing, and case issuing. Then he went to the Superior Court Division, where he was a trial attorney through 1996. Then he was in the Muni Court Division, working for Ed Checker, who's here today to honor him. And he did prelim dispos for about 2 years. So in total, he was in the DA's office for 12 years. And then he applied to the bench and was appointed in March of 1998 to what was then the San Diego Municipal Court. He was the first ever completely sightless person appointed to the California bench. As a municipal court judge, one rotates through many assignments, and initially he went and did trials, he did prelims, he did misdemeanor arraignments. But now I'm coming back to that date of December 7th, 1998. So it was not a day that was in infamy. That was the first day that Dave Szumowski went into felony arraignment, and we've not been able to get him out of there since. But on that day, he became the face of the Superior Court. Because as we all know, when you're facing a child molester, you're facing a murderer, you're facing a rapist, the first place that they go is felony arraignment. So for 18 years, Dave was the first face that the public saw, because the media doesn't show up at the prelim or doesn't show up at the trial. They show up at that very first appearance. And at that very first appearance, there was Dave Szumowski representing our court, and representing our court very well. He was stern but fair. He was always in control of his courtroom. He brought stability to felony arraignment and consistency. Attorneys respected Judge Szumowski, although they did not always agree with him, but they respected him because he looked at every defendant as an individual. He evaluated the defendant's unique background. He carefully reviewed the facts of each case. His process was always fair and individualized. And most defendants believe that they've been treated fairly by him. Which brings me to my final point, mercifully for all of you. On August 17, 2010, Alex Graham, who was a reporter for the Coronado Clarion, wrote an article about Judge Szumowski. There were 4 responses. 3 of the responses were, "Oh, he's so great, I love Judge Szumowski, he's a great guy, blah, blah, blah," all right? So the 4th response was not written until 3/24/2014 for some reason, by M. And M says, "I had the misfortune of appearing before Judge Szumowski as a defendant, but I must say that he was a fair judge to me. Not a rubber stamp for the district attorney's office, like many San Diego judges. He makes up his own mind and doesn't simply follow blindly what the DA wants to do. The man may be blind, but he has good insight." And I don't think I could pay a greater tribute to Dave Szumowski than that. So, Dave, I'm going to present you with a plaque from our bench, and it says, and unfortunately, we didn't have the foresight to have it done in Braille, so I'm going to read it to you. "The Honorable David M. Szumowski, Judge of the San Diego Superior Court, in recognition of your dedication and commitment, 1998 to 2016.